Welcome back to another video. We're taking care of ourselves at the moment, guys. We have to. I guilt trip myself all the time, like I'm never doing enough. And I've even been feeling guilty about the time that I spend offline, which is so essential for my mental health. I stopped talking about it earlier this year because I was like, who am I to talk about going offline when there are multiple genocides happening across the world? There are so many people struggling. I can't talk about this, like this isn't my place. We have to be taking the greatest care of ourselves in every single possible way, because otherwise we're simply not going to be able to show up for each other, for our communities, for any groups that we're part of where we do organising and activism. I'm going to try and show you as much of the things that I'm doing for myself to take care of myself by kind of framing the video in this way. I'm holding myself accountable, and that's also why I talk about going offline on Instagram. It's to hold myself accountable, because I'm like, well, I can't go online because I know I'm letting you guys down, and I'm also letting myself down. Today I'm wearing my vintage Laura Ashley dress that I got at a vintage store on Golborne Road. I think that's where I got this one. Yes, but it's worth checking like eBay and stuff for these. And I'm wearing it with my tracksuit bottoms underneath and my slippers. So those be the vibes today. I've just been in an edit hole, but my mum has just arrived and we're gonna go for a walk together. This is one way in which we're not letting the world get us down this week. We are taking care of ourselves, we're getting outside, we're seeing family. I just got back from a walk with my mum and we were going up a hill and she was out of breath, so she was like, I just need a minute to catch my breath. And I looked at my phone because I heard I had like a WhatsApp ding. She was like, why are you looking at your phone? She was like, look at the trees, look at the sky. She's like, one day you'll do this walk and I won't be here and you'll think of this moment. And I was like, she's right. I wanted to tell you about this cookbook. Last week on a Sunday, Max and I sat down with this book and we marked, I think it was about 6 recipes that we were going to make from it every evening that week, and it was so fun. We really had something to look forward to every night, and it is such a great book. She has a vodka gochujang pasta, which is absolutely delicious. These sesame noodles with spicy fried soya mince were great. We actually used tofu instead of soya mince because I'm not a huge fan of soya mince. I think this one looks really good. This one also looks really good. I mean, there's just so many delicious recipes in it, and we loved everything we made. It was a great week of eating. I am just making some sushi rice because I think one of the recipes from last week called for it, and I'm just a huge fan. So my sushi rice is nearly finished cooking, then it needs to stand for like 10 minutes. I've just been marinating some tempeh, which I put with a tablespoon-ish of soy sauce, a tablespoon of sesame oil, mirin, Japanese rice vinegar. So that's just marinating in there, and then I'm gonna bring everything together. I'm gonna fry up some vegetables, and that is gonna be my dinner.
In which the media, is trying to emphasise, this is actually what we're going through.
Events, the New York Times described the clashes as...
The sauce I just drizzled on was one we used a couple of days ago. I think it was like peanut butter and soy sauce and some of the other things that I used for the marinade, and then I just mixed it with some chili oil, and this is really good. And how fancy does it look when you put your rice in a little cup? It's really important to do these things for ourselves, not just for our partners, not just for our friends, not just for our family. I love that I've done this for myself. Hello pals, it is now 22 minutes past 8. I just checked my email, which is a bad habit. I didn't need to do that. I was in touch with a PR agency who got in touch with Max. He took the initiative to be like, oh, can I put you in touch with my partner about the Speak Volumes campaign? Then the founder of the agency just got in touch with me and was like, we're going to do whatever we can to push the brands that we work with to sign this campaign because we feel so passionately about it. And I was like, oh, that is awesome. That is where working from the inside can be so powerful. And some of you watching me might be in those positions where you're really rallying for change on the inside, and I just want to say thank you, because I know it's not easy. Like, this kind of menial stuff behind the scenes is really laborious, and it is really not easy. Like, getting some of these brands to sign on to the Speak Volumes campaign over the past year has been draining, to say the least, and it's upsetting when they don't. And so when you have people who are just like, I get this, I want to support, I'm going to do what I can behind the scenes to get more brands on board. Just like, this is awesome. Like, you're awesome.
Edinburgh will begin hearing a legal challenge to the approval of drilling in the UK's largest untapped oil field. The case is being brought by the environmental groups Greenpeace and Uplift. They're trying to stop the development of the Rosebank field off Shetland, as well as the Jackdaw gas field in the North Sea. Donald Trump is in England. With a new version of one.
The abuse to end it. Yes, I think he is pleased to be back as well.
Some big names, you know, you've got balance tests on a work.
Hello, good morning, pals. It is Tuesday. I'm filming on my phone because my camera, I think I need to get a new camera. The battery just keeps saying I'm exhausted, and I can relate. This morning I cooked a bunch of cooking apples just in some cinnamon and some vanilla. That means I can just have those for the week. And then I went for a walk and listened to Anoni's podcast. I'd really, really recommend Anoni's podcasts, both the one she does by herself and also the Everything Is Content podcast that she does. I really think you guys would enjoy these podcasts. Something that Anoni said in this episode, and something that I've heard a lot of people say since the election result last week, is clearly the left is doing something wrong. Like, clearly we're messing up here. I think this is a really good moment of reflection. The result in the US could be a sign of what's to come in the UK, especially if we don't build a warm, welcoming, inviting left. And obviously with the rise of fascism happening across Europe, like, this is something that we really, really need to think about. And something that Anoni talks about really well in the podcast is how, because of cancel culture and because of the kind of moral superiority of the left, we have not done a good job at inviting people in and making them feel welcome. Naomi Klein writes about this in Doppelganger, which I would say my number one most recommended read for non-fiction in the past year. It won the Women's Prize for Non-Fiction that I co-judged for a reason. It is brilliant. Something that she writes about really brilliantly in Doppelganger is how the right do such a good job of making people feel included, and they don't overcomplicate things, and they're not looking to kind of cancel each other. And the left has so much work to do. And in this sort of moment, this is when I really look to Black feminists, and in particular for me, Adrienne Marie Brown. They are many, many things, but an abolitionist writer, and they have a podcast with their sister, which I just started listening to, which I'd highly recommend as well, because their work is so much about care and making sure we centre community wherever possible and simply do not cancel people. This is someone who I'm really looking to kind of, like, I guess, guide me in a way over the next few weeks and months. In other news, guys, I deleted Twitter. Completely deactivated my account and deleted it. Feels like a slight relinquishing of control and a move away from Elon Musk. Obviously the thought crossed my mind, like, if loads of us leave, then it's just going to be filled with, it's just going to be even more of an echo chamber. Just felt like the right time. Probably should have done it a long time ago. Twitter is my first social media app to go. Which one will be next? Good morning, my pals. Last night I made the rookie mistake of starting to watch the Back to Black Amy Winehouse film on Netflix, because I'm a huge industry fan and I love Marissa Abella, who plays her, just because of that show. Industry is literally one of my favourite shows of all time. I think it is sensational. That's a hard recommend. I felt icky watching it, and so instead I went on YouTube, like on my TV, and I just watched old interviews and performances with Amy Winehouse. And my God, what a woman. You might know that I've been working with the All Foundation on their Speak Volumes campaign. We're asking all brands to disclose how many items they produce annually. Currently, there's a huge data gap with these numbers, and we can't hope to create policy without data. Part of the campaign was something called I Can Count, which is when we asked people to count the number of items in their closets. And it's kind of to show that it's really easy, and if we can do it, why can't brands. The purpose was for the video, mainly it was to kind of raise awareness about this part of the campaign, also to nominate brands. And I nominated Marks and Spencer because they're the most commonly found polluting the beaches in Accra. That's the kind of systemic side of it. But on a personal level, I have not stopped thinking about my number, and I have found it so helpful in terms of my own shopping and how much I'm willing to take on. So my number is 179. That includes kind of coats, hoodies, trousers, like all kind of garments, including sportswear. I did not include socks and underwear. This is really not about shame. There are so many different reasons, including things like weight fluctuation and your job and your work that might mean that you have a higher number or a lower number or whatever it is. I would really, really recommend counting the number of clothes in your wardrobe. It has completely shifted how I view my wardrobe. Crucially, since counting, I haven't bought any new items, like not even secondhand items. That's not to say that I'm not looking. I'm always looking. I'm always looking at clothes. I'm always looking on secondhand websites. I'm always looking. I've just been on a really energizing organising call to do with a fashion brand and Black Friday, and I'm gonna just do a quick workout to get out of my head and get some endorphins going. And I wanted to show you what I've recently bought myself as a way to get through these winter dark workouts and kind of to motivate myself. Ready? So this is what I do my winter workouts to. Good morning, team. It is Thursday today. I slept so well, and it's almost as though turning your phone off an hour or two before bed really helps. Who would have thought it? I'm about to make my coffee, and then I thought we would make waffles together because I've been making waffles a lot recently, and I'll share the recipe with you in case you're interested to make them as well. Whoa, oh wow, I've actually made this. Oh my god, guys. Sorry, what the hell? What? No, that is absolutely illegal. Oh my gosh. 100 grams of flour, 50 grams of oat flour, half a teaspoon of baking soda and bicarbonate of soda, and half a teaspoon of salt. And then in here I've got 200 millilitres of milk, a tablespoon or a bit less of apple cider vinegar, a little bit of oil. Give that a good mix. Also gonna add some cinnamon. Don't want to overmix, just like bring it together basically. I don't think my camera recorded me putting the first one in the waffle machine, which is very annoying, but I'll do it for this one. This one I just added some chia seeds because the batter honestly is like a little bit more loose than I would like, so I added that. And I'm also going to try adding a bit of apple to the batter. This is just some soy yogurt, hazelnuts, Brazil nuts, and pistachios. A good drizzle of maple syrup, some almond butter as well. If you have leftover apples, I would definitely suggest cooking them down with some cinnamon and vanilla, and then adding them either to a pancake batter, which obviously you don't need a waffle maker for, or waffles. It's really, really like autumnal and lovely. Happy Friday. Some improvement from yesterday. I just got Max back. He's back from Zurich, where he was working in a restaurant all this week, and obviously Switzerland is famed for its chocolate. And am I right in thinking you went to a chocolate factory?
I went to a chocolate.
Come on in.
I went to a chocolate factory called. I don't think I'm even pronouncing this right. Veltlin. Veltkin. Felchlin. I think.
Okay.
Veltkin.
I don't know idea. That's the brand. Anyway, we've got no time, but this company have recently started doing Dubai chocolate.
Because the daughter of the guy who worked there said, "Dad, check out this."
And we're literally making Dubai
TikTok.
chocolate for my channel.
Yeah.
Probably this weekend.
Take a bite,
You've
take
already
a
tried
bite.
this, right?
Yeah.
Yes. That texture on the inside, the crunch is so good. That is delicious. That is like my ideal chocolate. Obviously my camera cut out again. It was exhausted. But I really hope this video has inspired you to practice the things that make you feel good, even if it's just one thing a day. I've also found making a happy list or an endorphin list super helpful. These can just be super simple things. I feel happy when I spend time with friends. I feel happy when I read before bed. I feel happy when I organise my wardrobe. Anyway, I will be back soon to hang out with you again, at least probably once or twice before Christmas. So I look forward to that, and I'm sending you so much love and a big hug, and I'll see you soon. Bye.